The biggest trends that I've heard this year, being here on the floor especially, and then some of them just through reading different articles, has been the interactive aspect from the screens as well as the kiosks. I think that that's one big thing that's going on right now. I'm looking over to my left, and LG has a humongous screen that's over there that's interactive, and I know Panasonic has some interactive things going on. That's one of the main things that I'm really looking forward to. Me being in doctor's office waiting areas, there's not a lot of opportunity for us to be interactive with our screens, but just seeing how it can affect the hospital navigation systems and such, I'm really excited about that. Also, the metric system that they have now, the interactive metric systems, knowing who your audience is as far as facial recognition, they have those technologies that are out at this point as well, and I'm really excited to see some of the things that are happening on the floor. Touch Systems has an amazing screen that's out now where you can touch it, and it can recognize who you are, just through your facial recognition and just by the approach. Yeah, it's awesome. So that's where the metrics comes into play, because now they're knowing the age, the gender, and so forth of their consumers at this point as they're coming to the point of purchase. So it's great. Digital out of home is really doing a lot of forward stuff, and I'm proud to be in this industry. I would more than likely tell someone at this point, it's kind of ironic that I spoke this morning and I spoke about how passion turns a digital out-of-home network into profit. And I would say, go into a field that's passionate for you. If healthcare is passionate for you, choose to start up a network in doctor's office waiting areas. If transportation is passionate for you and adventure, go into taxi cabs. And if adventure is exciting for you, maybe go into theme parks, something sort of like Six Flags or something of that nature. I'd also say just get to a point where you know what is going to be the most compelling as far as content for your audience. Know your dwell time as well, because that's going to make a difference in how effective your content is. And last but not least, don't be afraid to network. Don't be afraid to come to things like DSE. Don't be afraid to join groups like DSF. Make sure that you're always, grabbing a business card from someone, giving a good handshake and a good smile, and following up. So I think those relationships are great. For us, because we are in the doctor's office waiting area, it started first with research. We had to research, what was relevant as far as medical healthcare disparities within the minority community. The way that we did that was we built a team of advisory board members who are physicians, and we wanted to know what they felt like would be best to be on our screens and what was necessary as far as learning and what would be more effective for someone who was going to be sitting there for that 40 minutes waiting to see their physician. It was very important to us that we did the proper, like I said, proper research, and then from there that we picked the proper team to back us up on developing our content. We were very fortunate in choosing Saddle Ranch. We've been with them for 5 years now. We're very happy. Our patients give some of the best testimonials at this point, along with the doctors, and it just continues to be great content that can be paired with relevant brands. I think that that's most important. My starting point would be, who am I delivering the content to? What age, what demographic, what market? From there, or alongside of that, I want to know what's my message. As an end result, what do I want to happen as a call to action? Do I want someone to purchase something? Do I just want to educate someone? Do I want someone to, get involved and give me feedback back? Whatever it is that you're wanting out of that content when someone is viewing it is what you need to be starting. That needs to be your starting point. If you want them to get up and go take a call to action, then you need to create some content that's going to be compelling to make someone move and go do that. So that's what I would say to someone trying to create content. We are way ahead of time at this point, in the sense of, we're a platform now for people to look at as something that's going to change by the second, and I think people truly do feel like they have to catch up, and that if they don't want to get left behind, they have to get on that train, So I see that happening for us, definitely. Honestly, I think there's a lot of room for growth. I think for us to be considered one of the smaller platforms for advertising and for delivering content. I think that we have so much room and we should welcome each other, we should help each other. Like I said, we should attend things like DSE to try and come and get motivated on how we can grow our businesses and reach back and, grab a hand of someone that wants to, advance their business as well. I think that there's so much room for all of us to make a lot of change. We have actually bridged a gap between networks or between digital out-of-home companies overall and advertising agencies. I know for a long time there was a gap there. There was a disconnect somewhere, and I think that the agencies are now starting to see us as a viable platform, and they're respecting us as far as to refer their brands to invest their dollars into us versus television or radio or newspapers. I think that one of our challenges is going to be keeping the gap closed and closing it even tighter so that we make sure that we keep those relationships secure and we keep them eager to keep investing in us and learning about us, as well as I believe that online is going to be a challenge for us this year. I think that online is competing with digital out of home in a major way right now, and through programmatic buying as well as real-time bidding, that's going to be a big challenge for digital out of home. I think that we need to have a good strategy and a good approach when we're going into these meetings and trying to get those dollars to be put into our online bucket, from online into the digital out of home bucket, because we've had an opportunity now to start turning that around for them to say, look, we were going online, but I think this might be a better way for us to go ahead and spend those dollars this year. So I definitely think that we need to, like I said, bridge the gap between agencies as well as be aware of our competition right now with online advertising. It's been a really big year for me and for the company. We're at a point right now where we have totally invested everything that we have, soul, body, minds, passion, and everything into America's Minority Health Network. And we're just at a point right now, where we're talking to people, about, acquiring our company at this point. And that's a very exciting point for me. It's like, having a baby and raising it and then being able to totally transfer it over to someone and allow them to, take it on from the next level. And that's very exciting. Like I said today in my session, I just want to see other companies do that. I want to see other businesses come in with a vengeance, build great teams, have great partnerships within digital out of home, within the industry as a whole, as far as with their vendors and such, and build something that you can, make some return on your investment. That's my whole goal. Digital Signage Federation, I came on board last year and I was appointed as a membership chairperson, and I gladly took on that role. I had already volunteered before I was even part of the board as a committee person, and I came in with some pretty aggressive goals. I wanted to do everything, I wanted to fundraise, I wanted to do all these great things, and I think I had to reel back and just, recognize that there was an immediate need for someone to come in and start being a mouthpiece, an ambassador for the Digital Signage Federation. We have a lot of great things going on with the Digital Signage Federation right now. We started a new program called Inforum, where we're allowing end users and networks to pitch their needs as far as what they're needing right now for their companies to grow. They're able to pitch that to different vendors on an online basis, like in a 15-minute presentation, and those people are able to put their RFPs in to vie for the business. So at the end of the day, we have a lot of great things. We have a lot of really awesome committees that are happening. We have the Education Committee, the Membership Committee, the Research and Advocacy Committee. We have a great new chairperson, Kim Sarubi. She's awesome. She's full of life, and anybody knows Kim knows that she's going to leave behind a legacy. So I'm excited to be part of it. I really am. I am staying on as a committee chairperson for one more year. And like I said, I came in with some pretty aggressive goals, so I have a lot of work cut out for myself right now. But in the last year, we doubled our membership. We're up to almost 600 members. which is amazing. So we're very happy, and we just welcome anyone to visit the booth, visit our online website, or contact me if you have my information, and I'd be more than glad to tell you more information.